like greater than toast me impossible. I cut a sucker in small chunks, make more rhymes than Michael Jordan makes songs. I'm slow. Come on, here.
What's up YouTube? I'm coming at you with another vid, and in this vid I want to talk about this game. If you don't know what game this is, it's Bloodborne. Yeah, so I finally beat this fucking game. It didn't take me 2 years to beat it. I've had many period over times where I just wasn't playing it for a while, and hopefully in this video will help you to understand why. But yeah, this video might be really long. That's a warning. So yeah, this is not gonna be a review. This is just gonna be my experiences with Bloodborne. So yeah, let's start. I want to talk about first probably the enemies. The enemies that fucking, even no matter how strong I got, I ain't fight them niggas all the time. I was like, fuck that. Let's see, that enemy with the fucking, the giant axe. Looked like he had mad armor on. That big dude. I don't know what they're called. I'm probably going to try to put a picture up of every enemy that I talk about. That really stood out to me. But yeah, that fucking big dude with the axe. I did not fight him all the time. That motherfucker, he be scrapping. I'm not even going to front. That motherfucker, that fucking one attack where he fucking launches you in the air. That one attack where you think you at a good distance, but he leaps across. That dude keeps you on your toes. I can't even front of him. He fucking scraps. So I ain't fight him all the time. Only fought him when I felt like fighting him. Like fuck it, I'll run around. I'll run a set with him real quick. But that dude be scrapping. Who else was another enemy? Those fucking snakes. I ain't fuck with them motherfuckers. Those. Not the fucking ones that come out of the fucking people's heads. Though they were pretty. They weren't too challenging. They were good. They put up a decent fight, whatever. But they were all right. Were they poisonous? I can't even remember. But they were all right. They weren't all that though. But the big ones inside those fucking crates or whatever. I ain't fight all. I fought a couple of them, but I ain't fight them. All of them that was in the fucking. What area was that? I can't even remember what that shit was called, but. Nah, I was not fucking with them all the time. When they were guarding those little items that were behind them, even though I hate that shit. Bloodborne be setting you up. It'll put like an item that you wanna, and you greedy, so you wanna fucking find out what the item is. But actually no, I'm not even gonna say it was greed. The way I seen it is I wanted to see everything as much as possible. I didn't do the challenge dungeons in the game, but because I don't got time for that shit. I got other fucking 40-hour games to beat and shit. I still gotta, as you seen my damn backlog. If you watch my other videos, my shit is crazy with games from like 2 years ago and shit. I still gotta beat Witcher, Fallout, all them shits. More 40-hour games. So I ain't got time to be doing challenge dungeons. But I did fucking try to do as much as I can. So like if it was in the fucking main area quests, main world, whatever you wanna call it, main worlds. I tried to do it. Like, if I seen an item, I would try to get that shit. Even though I didn't know what it was. Just to see what it was. So, you fucking will be running through all this shit. Like, there was plenty of areas where these giant ass snakes are guarding these fucking items. And it turns out to be like cold blood dew or some shit. Items that just give you fucking blood echoes. I'm like, really? That's what I risked this shit for, fucking cold dew? But I still got it. But I ain't fight them. I ran right by them, got that shit, and got the fuck out of there. I was not playing that shit. But they were pretty good. They were pretty tough, so I ain't fight them motherfuckers. Who else? Who else was another enemy I ain't fuck with? Hard to say, right? Oh yeah, the fucking spiders. Oh, that's his name. He's right on the screen now. His name, the dude with the giant axe. They're called executioners. Yeah, I ain't fuck with them dudes. No. But the fucking spiders that's closer to at the end, they're called Large Nightmare Apostle. Yeah, them motherfuckers had so much health. I did not fuck with that giant one. And then there's a swarm of them attacking you at once. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to do that part? I died mad times on that. Not like 20 times or nothing like that. Probably like 5 to 7 times their motherfuckers got me. Cause I'm trying to figure out like what weapon works best against them, or what kind of damage do they fucking hurts them the most. It actually says right here they're knocked down by blood. So I guess the Chikage would have fucking worked well. Too bad I didn't know that when I fucking played the game. I was fighting them with I was fighting with Ludwig's Holy Blade. My main weapons, yeah, let's talk about that. The main weapons I used was Ludwig's Holy Blade. That was I used that for crowd control and fucking damage against bigger opponents, because you know them motherfuckers don't be getting hit stun. But Ludwig, they usually put him in hit stun because it's a big ass sword. And for speed and also damage, I used the Saw Cleaver. Those were the weapons I leveled up the most. I didn't get the Chikage until closer to the end of the fucking game. Although I leveled it up anyways, but it still wasn't as strong. Like, I leveled up Ludwig and the Saw Cleaver until the point it needs these items called Blood Rocks to level them up even more. Which it said it only needed one just to get one more level, but I didn't find any of them. I didn't get any of those. Probably got to do New Game Plus, but I'm not doing New Game Plus because, as I stated, I got other games to beat. Again, you motherfuckers see my backlog if you watch my other videos, but yeah. So those are the weapons I mainly use. I like the Chikage though. I wanted to learn how to use it. I wanted to understand how the fuck, what happens when you put it in this transform state where he puts the blood on the sword. That does blood damage, so I guess there's still a lot of stuff, like there's items in the game that I've had throughout the whole game, and I'm an idiot. I can't even front. It was just real dumb. There was items in the game I didn't know what they do, so I just never took the time to use them. I don't know. There's always something in the game I limit myself to not using. I don't do it on purpose. It just happens. I didn't know what they did, so I just didn't use them, which is really stupid. But now I beat the game without even knowing what a lot of the items did. But fucking the Chikage, that shit does blood attack if you transform it, and it takes away your health. But I wanted to see what it was, because right here it's saying those giant ass spiders, they get knocked down by blood, so maybe that's what I was supposed to do to even the fucking odds. But those motherfuckers were annoying. I didn't even fuck with that, especially the giant one. I didn't fuck with that one. I didn't even fight him. I just let the little ones come and I fucked them up, even though them motherfuckers, they did decent damage output themselves. And them motherfuckers they scrapped. I can't even front. Too much of them, they'll fuck you up. Yeah, they'll fuck you up. Too much of them. But who else? Yeah, moving on. Who else? Who else was another problem? What is that? The fucking well, the easy enemies were the damn, I'm on it right now. They're called the large huntsman. Forgive me, I don't know the enemies' names. I just know what they look like and how they usually fight, and how some of them, I bodied them. They're free. Sometimes they're just the gray ones with no clothes, I guess. Yeah, they were free. They're pretty easy. I mean, the one without the bare naked one, he kind of scraps. He's a little bit challenging, not challenging, but he if you let him do what he wants to do, he'll fuck you up. He'll get a couple hits on you if you let your guard down. But the other one, the regular one with the swords, they're pretty easy. But there's one with I don't know what it was. That shit looks like a bench in his hand. I don't know what it is, but that one, he scraps. He hit hard with that shit. I seen that dude. He hits hard with that shit. So yeah, they're all right. They ain't all that though. Just don't let your guard down around them, and you'll be good. Who else was challenging? The fucking small celestial emissary. Those little blue big ass things that kind of look like they have jellyfishes on their head. That's what they're called, the celestial emissaries. They're pretty free. They weren't challenging. I hate enemies that don't give you anything. I hate fighting enemies. Especially towards the end of the game, that was pissing me off. Like the end area, the nightmare areas. Those all the enemies there, they don't give you shit. Like really, they just give you blood echoes. But that shit was annoying. Like I need help. So constantly, You don't know how many times I've been to the goddamn Central Yarnum to collect blood vials. If I counted, that shit had to 50 or more times I've been there to collect blood vials, because other areas don't have them shits like that. And killing the same exact enemies too. The two wolves that's upstairs when you first encounter the wolves, the fucking giant motherfuckers with the hammer. That motherfucker, he's pretty free, but especially because he gets staggered if you shoot him in the right time when he's attacking. He's a good person to get health from. He usually gives you about 2 blood vials. The fucking giant huntsmen, they usually give you about 2 or 3 themselves. So yeah, those are the good enemies to get blood vials from. The wolves also, they give you 3. The wolves, they kind of scrap. They're alright. There's another enemy you can't let your guard down. In the beginning, towards the end, there was tougher wolves. Them motherfuckers had hella health and good damage output. I was like, god damn. But them motherfuckers they were alright. Just don't let your guard down. I mean, you should never let your guard down, but like some enemies are just free. Like the huntsmen, they're free. You're gonna fucking kill them. They don't get you unless it's like too much of them. But even so, if you got a good weapon that's good with crowd control, you should be fine. So that's why I'm saying about let your guard down, because they're not all that. But some of the enemies will get you if you let your guard down. Who else was another one? The brain sucker. That shit will just catch you off guard, because you see it and you just like, oh, this enemy looks free. But then that shit start wilding, just swinging crazy and shit. You, oh shit! But yeah, if you just it has hit stun, so if you just hit it, you're good. Just hit it with a weapon that combos, and that's also free. I don't remember what kind of items they drop, but the dogs, them motherfuckers, they're just annoying, kind of. 1, because they don't really drop shit, and 2, they'll hit you a couple. I mean, they won't kill you. They'll just hit you a couple times, especially with that double attack that it does. It bites, and you think you can hit it, but then it bites again, and you like, and then it dodges. So you gotta chase it down. But once you get it, it's done. So yeah, the dogs are pretty free. But again, you don't want to take on a whole fucking horde of those things, because that shit is annoying. They'll overwhelm you and they'll fuck you up. So you don't want that. The snatchers, another enemy I did not fucking fight all the time. 1, because they don't give you, they give you like bloodstone shards or twin bloodstone shards. I don't even remember. At a point, I didn't even know this until closer to the end of the game. You can't even go to the, how do you pronounce it? The Hypogean goal or some shit. Hypogean, whatever it is, where you fight, it's like their fucking base where they're at, the snatchers, where you get tooken after one kills you, that place. But yeah, I didn't fight them all the time, because they give you like bloodstone shards or twin bloodstone shards, whatever, but it's not really worth it. They have good health too, but they scrap too, kind of. They're slow. I don't know what the hell that thing that they activated is after they take away a little bit of their health. They go into like, they do some kind of scream, and then some kind of like fucking aura or fucking lines go around them. I don't know what that is, but I ain't fight them all the time because I didn't really feel like it was worth it. And they're alright. They're not really tough, not really challenging, but I ain't fight them all the time because it wasn't really worth it. But who else was it? Oh no, the dogs, the regular dogs are actually called rabid dogs. Okay, the demon type looking motherfuckers, those are called. Oh no, that's in challenge dungeons. I didn't do any of the challenge dungeons. So who's this? Cane Hunter. The crows free. The crows, like I said, yeah, they're free. The slime scholars, those motherfuckers you catch in the goddamn school, the lecture buildings, free. Rats, they're free. The giants, the chapel giants, where you first meet them in the cathedral ward, Yeah, I didn't fuck with them either. Them motherfuckers had. I mean, they're slow. They're really slow. You could definitely punish them, but no, I didn't fuck with them. I was like, fuck that, because they have too much health, and in one wrong hit, your ass is done with that wide ass swing. There, fuck that. And I was like, no, it wasn't really the fucking. You see that? That's how I did it. You gotta weigh the fucking put it on a Libra scale. Is it really worth it? No, it's not, because what they give you, it wasn't all that. So I was like, no, I'm not fighting these dudes every time. I was like, fuck that. I mean, I tried to kill everything at least once, just to see what it was, how they fight and whatnot. So, unless it was like in a fucking ridiculous. Actually, no, I did kill one of those. I believe they're called giants or whatever the fuck. Not the chapel giant. There was the secret area where you go down. And it's just the swamp of poison. Not the nightmare one, though. What is that shit called? I can't even remember the area, but you go there to get... Where you gotta go to get one of the umbilical cords? But, yeah, I didn't fight that shit, because you in a swarm of poison. So I was like, yeah, I'm not fighting that shit. The mad one, that's the fucking black fucking creatures with the eyes that was summoned by them witches in the Hemwich Charnel Lane. Yeah, I didn't really fight them either, because again, I didn't really feel like it was worth it. I mean, they weren't all that. They had that one attack where they would swing rapidly, if I remember correctly, but they weren't all that. They were, The Winter Lantern, that's the, those motherfuckers, when you start encountering them at the end of the game, I don't know if they're anywhere else, but that's where the fuck I only seen them at the end of the... Yeah, they're definitely at the end of the game, because it says location, nightmares. So, yeah. The Winter Lantern, those fucking things with the fucking big-ass glop with eyes in it. Those bitches that sing and put you in a frenzy. They're fucking annoying. They're not tough. It's just a frenzy is annoying. And if you don't got no sedatives like I did, I ran out of them shit, so my shit was fucked. I had to keep holding that damn big ass loss of health and then use health. It was fucking me up with that shit. They only got me a couple of times, especially when you was in the poison area, but they weren't all that. Who else? Those ghost ladies that you see in the Canehurst Castle, free. The big ass, giant ass, they look like flies with a bunch of, with giant flies that try to jump. I think they're like giant flies. They're called the Garden of Eyes. They were pretty free. They weren't all that. They had a decent amount of health. The giant lost child. Those are the motherfuckers that throw the rocks at you. They're annoying. They're pretty free, but they're annoying when they're throwing. If you get next to them, you're gonna fuck them up because they suck. But while they're throwing the rocks at you, that shit is annoying, especially because that shit. I don't know if it's a one-hit kill. I've heard it was a one-hit kill. I've got hit by it once or twice. I swear I got hit and survived, but I've also got hit and died, so I don't know. Maybe it depends if it like hits you in the back, but that shit was annoying. But if you fight them, they're pretty free. They're pretty slow, so yeah. No, not that one. Let's see. The fucking, those gargoyles, they're pretty free. They're pretty easy. The fucking who else was challenging? Those spider creatures that you meet in the Canehurst Castle. What are they called? The Blood Liquor. Yeah, those motherfuckers. I ain't fuck with them either. They scrapped a little bit. They had good health, and it wasn't really worth it. They didn't give you health or anything like that. So I didn't bother killing like everyone I seen. I fought them, as I said. I tried to kill everything once, but I didn't really fight them too much. Because I didn't see a reason to. They weren't really worth it. The Huntsmen, they're pretty free, of course. Well, that's where I got my fucking blood echoes from. Ugly ass. Those little werewolves, they're called Beast Patient. They're pretty free. The boars, the giant fucking pig shits, they're also pretty easy, really slow. All you gotta do is watch out for that charge attack that they do when you first encounter them, but other than that, yeah, you're gonna get them. I didn't have a problem with them. So, yeah, I wasn't planning on making this into a parts video, but I guess I'm gonna do like 3 parts of this. Talk about the enemies. Next is probably gonna be the bosses. Maybe, it probably only looks like 2 parts. No, probably, maybe, we'll see what happens. But yeah, next I'll probably talk about the bosses. This one I just went over the enemies. But yeah, I'm trying to get a picture up for every enemy that I was talking about. So yeah, that was pretty much the enemies, the ones that were easy and pretty fucking challenging. Also, the easy ones and challenging ones, the ones that stuck out. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. The next one is probably gonna be the bosses, as I said. Alright, I'm out.